Universe 2. So it looks like Universe 2 took up the slot of the color green. So today we're going to talk about the Universe 2 cards and all pretty much the green cards that have been released. So let's get to it. Brienne de Chateau. When this card attacks a leader card, look up to 2 cards on the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 maiden squadron among them and add them to your hand. Then place the remaining cards in the bottom deck in any order. When your life is 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. So, pretty good. Check the top 2. If you get a maiden, perfect. If not, you place them in the bottom of your deck. So sooner or later, as time goes by in your game, you are going to be hitting maidens. And if you haven't awakened soon enough, you're going to know pretty much what your at least half of your deck is in the bottom. So that way, when you start drawing into it, if you have photographic memory, you'll remember, okay, I know what I'm going to draw into and kind of play your thing out. So not bad for the front side. So Ribrianne, Maiden of Anger, or if you guys know memes, Trigglypuff. Active main, once per turn. If you have a Rosie and a Kakusana, probably butchered that, in play in your battle area, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. And when this card attacks, draw a card. Now, at first, it doesn't seem that great because if you don't have, the maidens on the board, you're not getting an effect. But think of it this way. You have both maidens on the board. Every single turn, you're able to blow something up. Remember how powerful Cell is? Cell can only destroy a card once every other turn. This is every turn. So if you're able to kind of spam your maidens on the field, especially with the extra card that brings them back from the discard pile, that's really, really powerful. Every turn you're blowing something up, and your opponent can't really do anything about it, obviously, besides clearing your maidens. But obviously that will require them to use resources to attack the maidens instead of attacking you, the leader. So obviously it forces your opponent to play the way you want them to play. And if they don't, you're blowing stuff up. So Ribrianne is actually a pretty good leader once you get your maidens out. So if you don't, you at least have the unawakened side to get your maidens to your hand, so that way you can set yourself up for the maiden spam. So overall, I would say a very good leader. Yeah. Oh goody, another Goku leader. He has the same Warrior of 7 effect. All Universe 7 cards in all the areas have no specified cost. So like I said with Vegeta, if you have a Gohan with 8 blue energy as his cost requirement, he only costs 8 of any color because he doesn't have a specified cost of color. Anyway, permanent. You cannot include non-Universe 7 cards in your deck. Yeah, this effect's a little concerning. As of right now, the ruling states that not even extra cards can be used. So hopefully they change that to make them playable, but as of right now, I don't know how I feel about that. Auto, when this card attacks a leader card, draw a card, and it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Now that's pretty good. When your life is 4 or less, you may choose 2 cards in your energy zone, switch him to active mode, and awaken him. So overall, his auto effect is good. His Warrior of Universe 7 is fine. The permanent is what really makes me kind of go about this. Let's check out his awakened side. Sharpened Power Son Goku, Warrior of Universe 7 effect. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card, and this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Not bad, same as the front. Auto, when this card is attacked, you may choose 2 Universe 7 from your hand into the drop area. If you do so, negate the attack and this skill for the duration of the turn. This is like one of the best defensive or kind of control leaders. Being able to negate an attack, that way you can set yourself up and save yourself for another turn, is really cool. I find it fair that you're using 2 Universe 7 cards to activate its effect, which that way he's not overly busted, I guess, in a sense, where you can use him with anything and maybe have some crazy combos down the line. He is a good leader. The biggest issue with him is the front side, which is a permanent effect, meaning you have to use Universe 7 cards. If we get better Universe 7 cards as time goes by, I can see this leader becoming a little better. But as of right now, with just a Tournament Power set, I don't really see him do too much right now. Destructos Disc Curlin. Auto, when you play this card and your leader card is Universe 7, choose 1 card from your life and add it to your hand. Not bad. If you do so, choose any number of your opponent's battle cards for which the total cost adds up to 3 or less and KO them. This isn't bad. So this is your field destruction. It does hit tokens because it is adds up to the cost of 3 or less. So tokens have no cost, so they can be destroyed. So for 3-drop, blow stuff up, not too bad. I can definitely see the season play, maybe a 2 of, if not side decked for sure. Energy Guard Android 17. He has a blocker effect. Auto, at the end of your turn, switch this card into active mode. So he's okay. For, I guess, a Universe 7 deck, not so much, but possibly for Android decks, he could be good, especially if you are being overrushed. I can definitely see some Android decks maybe teching 1 or 2 of these in their deck, so that way they can eat up with Cell, or if not, if they're in a bad situation, summon them to protect them. Infinite Energy Android 18. Auto, at the end of the battle, after you combo with this card from your hand, if your leader card is Universe 7, play this card in rest mode. Awesome. Summon combo is what I call these. Obviously, you're going to use it in your Universe 7. That way you get more Field Swarm and you get that nice protection. So, yeah, definitely I would see this in a Universe 7 deck for sure. And think of it this way. You have right now a green, a red, most likely a blue, and a yellow Universe leader, 7 leader. So for sure, you're going to use her, and you can use your other colored summon combos. For example, blue with Gohan, red with Vegeta, yellow with Frieza. So, you get more summon combos, so you can swarm the field even more now. Pretty cool concept. I'm not sure if that really is going to make a difference, though, but we'll see. Brienne de Chateau, Girl Warrior. She has a barrier. When you play this card, look at the top 7 cards on the top of your deck and choose one Maiden Squadron among them and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So, pretty good. If you're playing Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you're able to play her turn 1. If you're playing the Green Brienne leader, turn 2. That utility for her to search a card is obviously very good, and she has barriers, so she'll most likely sit in that board ready to be evolved onto her Trigglypuff form. So very, very good, very good. Overall, pretty well balanced. Cancun's, probably butchered it. Anyway, she is critical. Permanent. If a Ribrianne and Rosie are in play in your battle area, this card gains dual attack. Pretty sweet. Dual attack critical, not too bad. By herself, not very good. But keep in mind, we do have that extra card that can bring her from the discard pile. So when that goes off, she's definitely going to be applying a good amount of pressure. Rosie, she's a blocker with the auto. In the end of your turn, if Ribrianne and Kakunsa are in play in your battle area, switch this card to active mode. Again, by herself, not very good. With the maidens, she's pretty good since you can apply pressure with her and then use her defensively. And then you remember, these are the only maidens as of right now that are out. She may be replaced if they get more support. Zarbuto, Maiden Attendant. This is the auto. When you play this card, look at the top 3 cards in your deck and choose up to one Universe 2 among them and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So, obviously very good toolbox card, will be played in your maiden decks for sure. Definitely going to grab these for a fact. Rabanra, Maiden Attendant. He is a blocker with a permanent effect. If you have a Universe 2 in your battle area, you can play without paying an energy cost. You guys have seen how these cards work and how effective they are as of right now. So I wouldn't really go crazy for him. Yeah, he's a free summon, but right now, especially with green going to be getting a lot of destruction effects, he's not really going to do very much. Teleporting Jimze. Permanent, reduce the energy cost of Maiden Squadron from your hand by 2. Active main, place 1 card from your hand into the drop area and send this card to the warp and from play and return it in the beginning of your next turn. So if it wasn't for the extra card, the Maiden extra card, this card could be decent, but I don't know, spending turn 3 to play him and then waiting your next turn to play the Maiden, when by that turn 3 you could be doing other plays. I don't know. I don't feel that he is going to really shine very much, maybe run a 1 or 2 of just for that ability, but I wouldn't worry too much since that extra card is too powerful. Super combo for Universe 2, 5 or less instead of 4 or less, so very good. If you're going to be running Ribian as your leader, you're for sure going to be running this as your super combo. Xerlian Maiden Attendant. Double strike. Active main. Once per turn, choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. If your leader card is Universe 2, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KOs it. Not bad. I can see this definitely in a maiden deck for sure. I think of this as that Vegeta, I'm sorry, that we used to have before that was put a life and destroy a card. This destroys anything, and he has double strike, and you're able to add the card from your life to your hand, so that gives you hand advantage, meaning you can obviously have more hand, and you're able to awaken sooner. This card is pretty good, and he's 20,000, so I can definitely see some play for sure. Proom, attacking reflecting Proom. He's a barrier, 1500, 2-drop. I don't know. I don't know. Hermila the Sniper. Active main, once per turn. If Proom is in play in your battle area, choose one of your opponent's KO cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and KO it. So if you're running Proom, you can run the Sniper and blow stuff up. I'm not a very big fan of cards needing other cards to go off. So unless you really want to troll around, I wouldn't suggest to run this card. True Form Ganos. Evolve 2 green and 2 colorless top of Ganos. He has double strike. When a card evolves into this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Then your opponent chooses one card from the hand and place it in the drop area. This is pretty good. I think of this Ganos line as like a mini Broly line. You're able to do the hand destruction and you're able to blow something up. As you're telling here, all these green cards have some kind of destruction effect. They summon and destroy something. So that is very good. As for how powerful this is going to be in the format, I don't know. Maybe in your draft tournament, he is going to be very powerful, but in main league, not really. Trickster Ganos, 15k. He's the baby of form. Auto, when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. He's pretty good. He doesn't need a Universe 2. He is just a 3-drop that'll blow something up. So by your turn 3 or 4, you're summoning him. You're going to blow pretty much up anything on your opponent's board. Since by that point, they only have most likely a 4-drop or less that is applying pressure to you. So he is going to be good. I could definitely see him as a side deck card for green decks for sure. So pretty good. Koei Keymaster. 1500. She has that 1-cost 10k combo, and she is a summon combo. So if your leader card is green, you may play this card in rest mode after you combo with her. I find these wonderful. Easy 1-drop 15k, defends you, and I mean, her art is amazing. She kind of reminds me of those 90s and late 80s anime art. You're going to get now summon combos that are foil. So you foil hogs will definitely love her. For a fact. I think this is going to be really cool. Yep, a 10k 1-drop. Nothing else really needs to be said. Maiden Transformation. 4-drop, 2 green. Active main. Choose up to 2 Maiden Squad with an energy cost of 4 or less from your drop area and play them. Oh man, I think of it as March of the Great Apes, but from your graveyard or discard pile. What's really cool, I'm not sure if you've noticed, the Maidens have a 0.5k combo cost. So when you add those Maidens to your hand, you can just attack with something and then dump these Maidens as a combo cost into the grave, and then during that same turn, use Maiden Transformation to bring out the 2 Maidens and then get your Maiden effects off. Obviously, if you are using the Ribrianne leader, you're going to have your other 2 Maidens there, and Ribrianne's going to be getting her effect to blow stuff up. That's very, very good. To top it off, if you're running Super Saiyan 3 Goku as your leader, you're going to be able to play this by turn 3. Now you're going to have these Maidens that are putting pressure towards your opponent, and obviously they play off each other, so they're going to be getting other effects. Most likely in the near future, we're going to be getting other Maiden cards that are most likely better than these. So this card is very, very good. March of the Planet of the Apes without the draw 2, because you're able to get him from your graveyard. And so This is really going to make maidens really good. Definitely watch out for this. If you're going to be playing Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you're going to get this card off earlier. If you're playing Ribrianne, you're going to be getting a lot of effects going off. So watch out for this. So, Maiden Charge. Counterattack, negate the attack. If your leader is Universe 2, you may place one card from your hand into the drop area. If you do so, your opponent chooses one of their battle cards and KOs it. Here's what's really cool about this. Think of Shigesh Broly. You're forcing your opponent to pick one of their own cards to blow up. Now, let's say they have like 2 barrier cards and 1 boss monster on their field. They're gonna have to pick their boss monster because their barrier cards are protecting themselves. So, this forces your opponent to make choices they really don't want to. And as you know, you Frieza or Yellow Deck players, that Broly Shigesh combo is really, really powerful. This is a really good counter card. I definitely see this causing a problem, definitely toward your opponent. We were fortunate enough to receive the super rare cards that we're going to be getting for the green, unlike the previous red set. So here we go. Son Goku, Hope of Universe 7. He's an 8-drop with 3 green, 3,500, 10k, 1 cost for the combo. EX Evolve on top of a Universe 7 Son Goku. Remember, it's got to be Universe 7 with an energy cost of 5 or more. You pay 1 cost, place 2 Universe 7 cards from your hand into the drop area. He has Triple Strike and Critical. Auto, when this card attacks, if your leader card is green, choose up to 1 card from your opponent's hand or up to 1 of their battle cards and place it to the drop area. So, hypothetically, if you're able to get him off, you're going to be swinging your opponent 3 times, destroying either 3 cards or 3 cards from their hand, and you're dealing critical damage. He's a very powerful card. Here's the problem. You got to evolve it on top of a Universe 7 Son Goku. So we don't know what he is, if that Universe 7 Goku is going to be good, and what his evolve cost or etc. is going to be. I don't know. If, like I said, if we get more Universe 7 cards, I can see this card be more powerful. As of right now, I don't know. I don't really see him doing very much since his cost requirement is a little tough to pull off. Maiden Squadron Leader, Trigglypuff. So, 5-drop, 2 green, 1 cost 10k combo, 2,500. She has an evolve cost of 2 green with 1 colorless on top of a Brienne de Chateau, and she has Barrier. Now, auto, when a card evolves onto this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KOs it. Not bad. When this card attacks, if Kakunsa and Rosie are in play in your battle area, choose up to 2 cards from your opponent's hand and place them to the drop area. This card is ridiculous. Obviously, when you have your ideal play of having both Rosie and Kakunsa on the board, she's going to be discarding 2 cards from your opponent's hand pretty much every turn. She has Barrier. She's a 2,500 beater. So your opponent now has to use resources to hit her, which then now you're avoiding your opponent attacking you. You're making your opponent use resources that they probably didn't want to use toward Ribrianne. And if they don't, and they somehow can't get rid of her because you've already discarded possibly 2 cards from their hand that they were going to use, you get another turn to discard 2 cards from their hand. This card is really, really, really powerful. This with Maiden Squadron is going to be one of the craziest combos we're going to have to deal with for sure this coming format. Now, depending how you make your build, if you're going to do the Ribrianne leader, obviously by your turn, probably 5 or 6, you'll get her out. Or if you're playing Super Saiyan 3 Goku, your turn 3 or 4, you're going to be getting her out. I'm leaning toward the Super Saiyan 3 Goku because your main win condition is getting this Ribrianne out and just messing with your opponent. And then obviously you can protect her since you untap 3 and you have your summon combos or your negates to protect her, and then your opponent can't blow her up. I mean, this card is going to be really, really powerful. Your turn 3 or 5, you're going to be messing your opponent up really bad. And if they don't somehow kill her, she's going to, pummel face for sure. So, what are your thoughts? With the Tournament of Power set coming around the corner, I definitely see green getting very powerful. And at the beginning, I was hoping that Universe 2 deck will be a troll deck, because obviously nobody really likes Universe 2, just a select few people. But I definitely can see the Universe 2 Maiden Squadron going to be a competitor in the format. Now, it all really depends if we slow down, because if we do, get ready to get smashed in by the Maidens. Anywho, what cards are you guys looking forward to in the green set? Are you guys going to be building Maidens, or are you going to be using the cards as text in your green decks? Uh, Comment below, and hope to talk to you guys real soon. Peace out.